We're all in this together. Remember when those words ruled our teenage lives? Back when East High had us singing in the shower, learning dance routines in our bedrooms, and maybe even believing high school could actually be that fun? Yeah, same. It's been nearly 2 decades since Troy, Gabriella, and the whole Wildcats crew burst into our lives, and now they're all grown up. Some look exactly like you remember. Others? Total glow-ups. New careers, surprising transformations, Broadway stages, Marvel movies, parenting, reality TV. This cast has been everywhere. Get ready to dive deep into the then and now of your favorite high school musical stars, from fresh-faced teens in 2006 to who they are today in 2025. Trust us, you won't believe some of these changes. Zac Efron as Troy Bolton. Remember that dreamy guy with the side-swept hair and the smooth voice who sang "We're All in This Together"? Yeah, that guy. The one who made every teen heart skip a beat in High School Musical? Back then, he wasn't just Troy Bolton. He was the blueprint for every high school crush in the late 2000s. But here's the thing. While everyone else was just trying to pass algebra, this guy was juggling musical numbers, basketball games, and love songs on rooftops. Iconic. After dominating the Disney scene, he didn't fade like so many others. He evolved. Big time. From dancing in Hairspray to literally rewinding time in 17 again, he proved he had range. Then came the shredded abs era. Neighbors, Baywatch, Dirty Grandpa, basically the part of his career where he spent more time shirtless than dressed. No complaints. And just when fans thought they had him figured out, he flipped the script, taking on darker, more intense roles, like extremely wicked, shockingly evil, and vile as Ted Bundy, and most recently knocking out Jaws in The Iron Claw with a performance that was both heartbreaking and powerful. Who knew Troy Bolton could break your soul like that? Oh, and in case you missed it, he also went full globetrotter in Down to Earth, a travel docu-series where he swapped gym shorts for eco-activism. That show even landed him an Emmy. Yep, an Emmy. Now in his late 30s, still rocking those movie star looks and sitting on a casual 60 million Instagram fans, he's not just living his best life, he's reinventing it. Seriously, who could have thought the boy who sang about sticking to the status quo would be the one breaking every mold? Vanessa Hudgens as Gabriella Montez. Let's rewind to 2006. A soft-spoken brainiac walks into East High wearing a lab coat and instantly rewrites the rules of teen musicals. That girl? None other than Gabriella Montez, or as the world came to know her, Vanessa Hudgens. She wasn't just Troy Bolton's love interest, she was the reason so many of us believed in brainy girls with big dreams and beautiful voices. From sweet duets like Start of Something New to emotional ballads like Gotta Go My Own Way. She brought heart, soul, and serious pipes to the High School Musical trilogy. But after senior year at East High Wrapped, she didn't miss a beat. In 2009, she hit the screens in Band Slam, then traded teen romance for edgy fantasy in Beastly and Sucker Punch in 2001. The transformation continued with bold roles in Spring Breakers in 2012 and The Adventurous Journey to the Mysterious Island. By 2015, she made her Broadway debut as Gigi, and trust us, the stage loved her just as much as the camera. From there, it was lights, camera, live, slaying as Rizzo in Grease Live in 2016, and then taking on Rent Live in 2019 like an absolute pro. Then came the Netflix Christmas Queen era, the Princess Switch 2018 to 2021, and the Night Before Christmas in 2019. Yes, she played 3 lookalikes in one movie and somehow made it make sense. Pure magic. More recently, she showed off her action side in Bad Boys for Life in 2020, hit all the emotional notes in Tick Tick Boom in 2021, and even competed and won Season 11 of The Masked Singer as the fabulous Goldfish in 2024. That voice? Still chef's kiss. Now 36, rockin' glam, grace, and a glowing fan base of over 50 million on Instagram, she's come a long way from singing in the school cafeteria. But through it all, one thing's clear, she never really left the spotlight. She just made it brighter. Ashley Tisdale as Sharpay Evans. Okay, Wildcats, once you've remembered Troy and Gabriella's heart-melting duets, it's impossible to forget the high-kicking, spotlight-hogging force of nature that was Sharpay Evans. The glitz, the sass, the confidence that screamed, "This is my stage!" And let's be real, she kinda owned it. Before she was ruling East High with rhinestones and killer one-liners, she was already stealing scenes as Maddie on The Sweet Life of Zac and Cody from 2005 to 2008. But 2006 changed everything. Enter High School Musical. And suddenly, Pink was a power move, and Sharpay made Ambition look fabulous. And she didn't stop when the curtain closed on senior year. In 2007, she dropped her debut album, Headstrong, showing the world she could do more than just act. She could sing and top charts too. Then came Sharpay's Fabulous Adventure in 2011, a solo movie that felt like a love letter to the character that defined her Disney era. But Ashley wasn't about to get boxed into just one role. She hit the horror comedy scene with Scary Movie 5 in 2013, took on TV again with shows like Clipped and Carol's Second Act, and even stepped behind the camera as executive producer for Young and Hungry from 2014 to 2018. By 2019, she was back in the music game with her third album, Symptoms, honest, raw, and totally grown up. And if you thought that was it, think again. She became a panelist on The Masked Dancer and even starred in the interactive video game House of Ashes in 2021. Yeah, she's still keeping things fabulous. Now 39, glowing with style and confidence, and 16 million strong on Instagram, she's proof that being a little extra in high school can turn into a powerhouse career. Lucas Grabeel as Ryan Evans. Remember the guy who could outdance, outmatch, and outbedazzle anyone at East High? All while being the most loyal twin a diva could ask for? Yep, we're talking about Ryan Evans. Always in a fedora, always in sync, and honestly, always underrated. Lucas Grabeel brought Ryan to life in the High School Musical trilogy from 2006 to 2008, and let's not forget the final curtain call in Sharpay's Fabulous Adventure in 2011. He was the silent MVP of every musical number, with jazz hands sharp enough to slice through a curtain and footwork that deserved its own spinoff. But behind the matching outfits and smooth choreography, Lucas was quietly building a pretty diverse career. Even before High School Musical, he had Disney roots with Halloween Town High in 2004 and returned to Halloween Town in 2006. After East High, he took a detour into superhero territory as a young Lex Luthor and Connor Kent in Smallville, proving he had range way beyond theater camp flair. By 2011, he released his debut EP, Sunshine, and landed a heartfelt role as Toby Kenish in Switched at Birth, staying with the series until 2017. It was a role that gave him depth, drama, and even more fans. He didn't stop there. Voice acting became another stage for his talents, from the peppy Deputy Peck in Sheriff Callie's Wild West to the quirky lead in Pinky Malinky, and more recently as Kyle/Mist in My Adventures with Superman in 2023, he's brought animated characters to life with the same spark he gave Ryan. In a perfect meta moment, Lucas even made a cameo in High School Musical, The Series in 2019 as himself, showing us that even after all these years, once a Wildcat, always a Wildcat. Now 40, still bursting with creative energy and charm, he's kept it real with 469,000 Instagram followers, proving that talent like his never fades, it just evolves. Coming up next, we're diving into the powerhouse who kept the Wildcats in line and occasionally stole the show. Corbin Bleu as Chad Danforth. Chad Danforth, the king of curls, the locker room philosopher, and the guy who once said, "We're all in this together," right before busting out an epic dance battle in a baseball field. That was peak 2007, and Corbin Bleu owned it. Before becoming East High's most loyal teammate in the High School Musical trilogy, Corbin had already dipped his toes into acting in the late 90s. But it was Chad, the energetic, sporty, and rhythm-packed best friend to Troy, that catapulted him into the teen idol stratosphere. And let's be honest, his duet, I Don't Dance, that was a mic drop for musical choreography. Right around the same time, Disney doubled down and handed him the lead in Jump In 2007, where he proved that jump rope could be intense, emotional, and kinda cool. Oh, and he didn't just act, the guy could sing. His debut album, Another Side in 2007, dropped with the hit Push It to the Limit, and fans did, pushing it to number 36 on the Billboard 200. Not too shabby for a teenager in a Leatherman jacket. But he didn't stop there. Corbin spun into ballroom glory on Dancing with the Stars in season 17, where he wowed the judges with moves even Chad Danforth would envy. He flexed his Broadway muscles too, leading in The Heights in 2010, Godspell in 2012, Holiday Inn in 2016, and Kiss Me Kate in 2019, blending charm, vocals, and effortless tap dancing. And now, he's taking his talent across the pond, set to make his West End debut in The Great Gatsby as Nick Carraway in April 2025. Gatsby never saw it coming. He's now 36, and though he's swapped East High for center stage and indie films, that wildcat spirit is still strong. With 985,000 Instagram followers watching his every backstage moment, he continues to prove you can be a theater geek and a basketball bro. Still with us? Good, because the Wildcats aren't done yet. Up next, the sweet voice and hidden powerhouse behind Taylor McKessie. Monique Coleman as Taylor McKessie, the whip-smart, driven class president who made saving the environment sound cooler than scoring the game-winning shot? Yeah, Monique Coleman brought her to life and did it with style. Before she became East High's fearless academic leader in High School Musical, Monique had already made waves in indie cinema. Her first lead role was all the way back in Mother of the River in 1995, where she stepped into the spotlight with grace and quiet strength, foreshadowing the powerhouse she'd become. While fans mostly remember her schooling Chad on gender roles and calling out distractions during chemistry class, Monique wasn't new to the Disney family. She also appeared in The Sweet Life of Zac and Cody, reminding us she could balance brainy and bubbly in every role. After the High School Musical craze, she kept the momentum going. From heartfelt romances in Greed, a Seven Deadly Sins story in 2022, to making a surprise return in High School Musical, the series in 2023, she always carried that same Taylor fire, just with a few more life lessons under her belt. And guess what? In 2025, she's stepping into a new mystery with Trapped in the Spotlight, where all eyes are back on her. Literally. A thriller? A drama? All we know is she's about to shake things up. At 44, she continues to inspire on-screen and off. With 757,000 followers cheering her on Instagram, she's proof that being the smart girl never goes out of style, and in her case, only gets better with time. Coming up next, the unforgettable Miss Darbus, the woman, the myth, the theater. Allison Reed as Miss Darbus. Before she was assigning detention for singing in the hallways at East High, this icon was already ruling the stage with a spotlight brighter than Sharpay's wardrobe. Allison Reed stepped onto the Broadway scene with Dancin' in 1978, and she's been tapping, twirling, and totally thriving ever since. With standout roles in shows like Cabaret, Oh Brother, Dance a Little Closer, and Marilyn, An American Fable, she wasn't just collecting playbills, she was collecting award nominations. Tony nod in 1988 for Cabaret, Drama Desk nomination for Marilyn. That's what we call stage royalty. And let's not forget her dazzling performance as Cassie in the 1985 film adaptation of A Chorus Line. That role alone sealed her place in musical theater history. But Reed didn't stop at just stage and film. Her resume reads like a TV Hall of Fame. Grey's Anatomy, Mad Men, Modern Family, Bones, Law & Order, ER, CSI, Frasier, Boston Legal, Desperate Housewives. Should we keep going? But for a whole generation of Disney Channel fans, Allison Reed became Miss Darbus, the fearless, theatrical, and wonderfully eccentric drama teacher in the High School Musical trilogy. Her passion for the arts, unmatched. Her fashion, iconic. Her disdain for basketballs in her theater, legendary. Fast forward to 2023 and she made a nostalgic return in High School Musical, the series. Yep, still stealing the show one monologue at a time. She's now 67. She continues to be a guiding light for aspiring performers, on stage, on screen, and in our High School Musical loving hearts. Bart Johnson as Coach Jack Bolton. Remember the guy who made every pep talk sound like the national anthem? Yep, Coach Jack Bolton, the man, the myth, the basketball-obsessed dad who just wanted Troy to get his head in the game. But long before East High's gym echoed with his booming voice, Bart Johnson had already been laying down serious groundwork on screen. His film debut came in My Family back in 1995, and from there he made the rounds with roles in Diagnosis Murder, Walker, Texas Ranger, Sunset Beach, and Babylon 5. Honestly, if there was a 90s TV show with drama, crime, or cowboys, chances are he popped in for a guest spot. But it was 2006 that truly changed everything, when he stepped into those high-top sneakers as Coach Bolton in High School Musical. Suddenly, he wasn't just Troy Bolton's dad, he was everyone's dad, yelling from the bleachers, grilling the drama teacher, and still somehow having a heart of gold. He brought the same energy back in High School Musical 2 and High School Musical 3, and even reprised the role in High School Musical, the series in 2023. Talk about staying in the game. Beyond the Disney courts, Bart has had a diverse career, playing a senator in The Saratov Approach, starring in feel-good flicks like The Christmas Spirit, and showing off his comedy chops in Vamp U. He's even appeared alongside his wife Robin Lively and their kids in projects like Gordimer Gibbon's Life on Normal Street and Lockdown. Now at 54, he's still as energetic as ever, minus the constant need to talk about championships. Whether he's on a film set or just posting life updates from Utah, one thing's for sure, Coach Bolton will always be a core memory of our Disney Channel days. And that's our East High reunion wrapped up. Which transformation shocked you the most? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you love this blast from the past, smash that like button, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss our next Then and Now deep dive. Thanks for watching, Wildcats. See you next time.